My name is Monica Ellis. I would say in my growing up, it never even occurred in the very remotest way that I can run something like a foundation, because the examples I'd seen around is of prominent people, people with big names, people with money. Growing up in the village, you see so many children from poor families, and most of them, especially girls, when they do class 8 and their parents are poor, they are already rich people looking for house helps. And you hear, go to so-and-so's home, our daughter did class 8 and they can't afford school fees, so you can get her as a house help.
I came to Kitui when I was called to join Form 1 at Chuluni Girls Secondary School. So that's where my journey actually began with the Charles Musyoka Matuku Foundation. There was a school fees challenge, and it was identified by a teacher. And when Monica wanted to start this foundation, she approached the teacher to ask for bright students who had fees payment challenge. So that's how my teacher shared my story with Monica, and she decided to pay for my school fees. So my school fees was paid all the way from high school. I was called to join Kenyatta University. Monica decided to continue paying my tuition in the university, and I graduated with a bachelor degree in environmental planning and management. So at the time I was graduating, there was a challenge of having someone in the office or starting up an office in Kitui. So since there was that gap, I was willing to give back to the community, and I saw that was a good opportunity to come and help other students who are needy like me.
The Ukambani area, especially Machakos, Kitui, and Makueni, you get very needy, very needy students, actually very needy parents. Sometimes parents do not want the child to go to school.
I'm an orphan. Ni mtoto wa mzazi mmoja mama. Aliaga nilikuwa I was too young, nilikuwa class 2. So akaniacha na shosha. Hakuwa ni job. So nilikuwa naishi na yeye. Kidogo chenye anapata hicho tunakula. In terms of school fees, so nilikuwa mostly na rely kwa neighbors. Nikitoka shule in holidays, that is, naenda hivyo na chapa wera hapo kwao. Wananipatia kidogo, instead ya kidogo yenye wananipatia kula, napeleka shule. Musyoka Matuku Foundation ilikam kwa Form 2, wakanichukua na wakaanza kunilipia school fee. Nilikuwa Form 2 up to Form 4, then from Form 4 up to college now.
I'm a daughter of a single mother who works as a house help, and I live with my grandmother. I was chosen to be in this foundation because I come from a needy family. Before I was chosen to be a student sponsored by Charles Musyoka Matuku Foundation, I faced a lot of challenge in school fees, because I remember when I was in class 8, the school organized for my fees in term 3.
Just because you are born to a poor family doesn't mean you have to live and die poor. And that has been my driving force, that every child deserves an opportunity.
Some years ago, my parents waliaga dunia, and then nikakuwa nimebaki naye ni shushu yangu, so akakuwa na ile support. Sa kapata na mwalimu mwingine alikuwa anisomesha primary, lakini sasa anasomesha pale Nzambani. So akakuja kana na mini akamuelezea my situation, na hapo nikasponsiwa.
I have both parents, but the family is quite unstable. My dad he works a casual job. Mom the same. This foundation has promised to pay for my school fees, and I will work hard in order to pay their efforts and in order to make myself happy, because it is not pleasing when you are failing.
Mamangu aliniacha nikiwa nimemaliza mtihani, sikuwa niweze kwenda mbele hapo. Niliachwa bila uwezo, bila mtu kunisomesha. lakini Charles Musyoka ikaingia ikanisaidia mpaka hapa nilipo. Inanilipia school fees, inaniketa mpaka shopping, anything else, mpaka kukaa. Na ndio hivi mnaona nilivyo.
By the year 2015 nakunwa ni stroke, na 2016 nonga mwe yani ni librarian na nenukie musi angenuka musi na ina ciana itatu ci secondary. Ciana isu ni ciaiyekela na ibiwe chonde mpaka ona mbui na thoete musi, ona ng'ombe na thoete musi. Ciana isu ciaya cia mina
kitu ne bai thokwe na nina twiwe na twana ngaliko cia group andu beta wa usweni na twa kuku twakalie na musee wakwa twana twacia na twikalite indi nibo wambie kumbete mathina weza kwithia na mathina maingi muno kwithia no kumbua mpaka ona maya monthe meba monthe makwikiwa kwithia ni nambia kuwa muno na makukanga kwithia no kuteza ciana ciakwa muno byo ni waibwa muno byo mundu kamwe kayu ka sponsor wo yuko somethio no akabuyi muno bakomisia kayu kwithwa ni ka koma hospitali no no cia twana cia bane to bakuya ba anundu muse wona ici no emboza na kuka anzuve lakini we kelelo chake ni kwenda kumboa na jana chakwa ikatwinuke ingo kwa guku inyakwa nage ambone bya tija guku mbakwa kwa ndu kwikala widi kwikala town.
At the time I was joining Form 1, I had 3 brothers who had already joined a secondary school. There was so much challenges at home.
I lost my mother when I was 8 years old and my father when I was doing my Form 2. After I lost my mother, I remained in the care of my grandmother with the support of my sisters who were also struggling to support me. My academic journey has been a journey of ups and downs, valleys and mountains. I want to thank God for Charles Musyoka Matuku Foundation that came to my rescue and supported me to achieve my goals and dreams.
I got the opportunity through the foundation to begin my education, and then they really stepped in to help where I could not do the things that I needed to do because my family background was not able to cater for those things. I couldn't do the examinations on the time that was needed, and it was a very stressful lifestyle. So when the foundation stepped in, it provided normalcy.
I completed my KCPE in the year 2017 and managed to get 422 marks. So I was admitted, I was posted to the Kenya High School. But due to lack of school fees and lack of all those necessities that were needed because of my family background, I was forced to go to a day school. So I went to a day school. I studied for 1 term, my parents struggling to pay the school fees. But then through God's grace, Charles Musyoka Matuku Foundation came in.
I live with my mother, and my father had passed on while we were staying at Nairobi. So we had to migrate from Nairobi to come and settle here. So my mother didn't have a job, was jobless and didn't have money to take me to school. So he was directed to go to this foundation, and where she went and she talked to Madam Monica, and from there she started paying for me school fees, and I went to school.
Mwa monza twakwatie mbanga ya mwina wa na muka kwawa na kuma bo twoni oterio munene muno wakuma ngaine na andu twarerecio nesa muno twakiwa mwako sana cyagwa mwako mucio cyabwe wakitheka na ubikabu tonete oterio munene muno ani tonete oterio ngi wa skulu wa ciana kuma Musyoka Foundation tikarunga mubya munene kwa mundu ngona Musyoka twikite foundation.
Nataka kuthank Charles Musyoka Matuku Foundation kwa come through kwa life yangu. Juu after class 8 sikuwa najua kama mama anaweza nipeleka secondary, but venye nilifika class 7 wakachukua brother yangu na sister yangu, then wakakuja wakanichukua. I want to thank them.
Before tuchukuliwa na this foundation, we had been struggling. Our dad had a lot of complications, but later on we got a chance kuwa in Charles Musyoka Foundation, and now I'm in Maliku Girls, studying there, working smart to achieve my goal of being an electrical engineer.
After class 8, we had financial challenges as a family because my two parents, my mom and my dad, none of them was employed. So there was that challenge in raising the fees to go to Machako School. And this is where Charles Musyoka Matuku Foundation came in and took me as one of the beneficiaries of the foundation, and they have been paying for my school fees since Form 1 to Form 4.
I didn't know you are this many. I just get a list of names. Some of the children we've helped so far are very bright, very intelligent. All they were lacking is somebody to help them discover what is in them.
It is really a good thing that the one who has founded it has a passion to help those people who come from poor families, so that they may be able to change the way their family lives in future.
Personally, I'm glad and I'm grateful to the Charles Musyoka Matuku Foundation for seeing it necessary to assist me because I was needy, and I would love to work hard and go to university and study medicine.
Napongeza sana Charles Matuku Foundation kwa kunilipia fee. Wamenisaidia sana even in counseling. Wamekuja kwa familia yetu, ndio kafanywa counseling. Juu yeye alikuwa anasema aiza kakaa na sisi juu yeye ana ule uwezo wa kulipa fees juu whatever, but when walikuja kuongea naye, mimi nikaongea naye na mwingine si nani, sasa akakubali, nikaendelea kukaa naye. Sasa tuko sawa, mimi naombea Mungu tu endelee na kuwabariki, wasipungukiwe kamwe for their kindness.
In most of the cases, the students end up very happy, knowing how they can handle some of their problems, even at home. Like for example, the issue of financial instability. Some of them have discovered that even apart from getting money from well-wishers or from who, they can also engage themselves in some income-generating activities.
I'm feeling well because I've gotten a chance to study like other people.
If it's not for the foundation stepping in to pay the bills, it would not have been possible because law school is very expensive. A 6-year journey when you have no money is not easy. So the foundation really helped.
Nataka kusema ni asante kwa hii foundation ya Matuku Musyoka kwa kutusaidia. Mimi nasikia furaha tukisoma pamoja na hao watoto wetu. Nataka kusoma hadi nisaidie familia yetu na pia na watu wengine.
We should always say thank you when someone does good things to our lives. And the foundation is doing a lot of good things to these children and their parents also, because I've seen them going out of their way even to construct houses to some of these children where they find that the parent is completely unable to do that. The foundation has gone to that extent.
I appeal for any donor who can support us more so that the students will be cared for physically, morally, and spiritually through their parents if it's possible. Any donor will be of great help to us wherever he is or wherever she is.
We have donation in terms of money, We have donations in terms of clothing. Some of our students do not have clothes, and whenever we have meetings or whenever they pass by in the office, we have clothes. We give them clothes. Or even if you have a counseling office or something, you can choose to donate your services to help some of our students, because some of them are really traumatized by the situations at home. So donation of any kind will be highly appreciated.
Ignorance is very, very expensive by all means. And therefore, I would say there's nothing as good you can give to anybody like giving them the right education.
Ningodonga mubea monono ndodani ngwane ngide nipo mwende de school gayusu ni munene. Na Monica balawi. Monica mondo alawi kite mumbeno yako. Nonga iko tono mwira. Nundu geba kwenda kwanga. Withwa ciana icio ciakwa ciamana, lakini nundu Ngai ethwa mubango macio na atongwecia mamocu ona bala bonjokenda akajeni kyange gikethia bamwe nake nundu wa maundu ala manene wigite nyumba ino ona Ngai ndakaraice kumwenda muthenya ona umwe akome eno wau kana iwe ni mwose uyu lwanzi nundu wa maundu ala wigite family ino ndici kana pe family ingi wateithia teno neka nginya kumuririkana kile pinda konse ninamupea munene aikindu ndambo munene atonga yulo wiyulu ituni no wene maundu ala okwika.
You don't have to be special. You don't have to be very rich. You don't have to be known. Nobody even knows my name except the parents I'm helping and my family. But because I've been available and faithful, God has found it fit to trust me with money that He knows it will definitely go to the people who need it.